In the shadowy corners of football's golden age, where legends were forged and heroes adored, there existed a ghost, a phantom in cleats, haunting the very pitches he swore to grace, but never touched. His name was Carlos Enrique Raposo, but the world would know him by a different, more regal moniker, Kaiser, a name whispered perhaps for a fleeting resemblance to Franz Beckenbauer, or maybe, in a darker jest, for a cheap bottle of beer. For over a decade, spanning the late 1970s through the early 1990s, Kaiser weaved a tapestry of elaborate lies, a professional football career sustained not by skill, but by a chilling genius for deception. He moved through the hallowed halls of Flamengo, Fluminense, Botafogo, Vasco da Gama, Bangu, and America, the titans of Brazilian football. His shadow even stretched overseas, touching Puebla in Mexico and Gazélec Ajaccio in France. Yet, in all those years, in all those clubs, Carlos Kaiser never played a single official match. Not one full game, not even a minute. This wasn't a man born to the beautiful game. He claimed a past, a haunting whisper of being kidnapped as a baby, forced into football by an adoptive mother. It fueled a singular, defiant philosophy. I wanted to be among the other players. I just didn't want to play. He hated football, he confessed, with a stark honesty, but oh, how he loved its intoxicating lifestyle. His professional charade began early, a dark prophecy of what was to come. At just 16, in 1979, he signed with Puebla in Mexico. Months later, he was gone, released without ever stepping onto the field. The pattern was set. In an era before the instant verifications of the internet, where player histories were hazy and international transfers shrouded in rumor, Kaiser found his stage. He possessed a captivating charisma, an athletic physique, and a network of genuine football legends. Carlos Alberto, Zico, Junior, Bebeto, Renato Gaucho, Romario, who, through their friendship and perhaps a touch of shared revelry, would recommend him, opening doors he had no right to enter. His tactics were a masterpiece of manipulation. Injury was his most trusted ally, a constant, debilitating phantom ailment. He'd fake hamstring pulls, muscle strains, anything to avoid training, anything to stay off the pitch. A dentist friend was always on call, ready to churn out a fresh, official-looking medical certificate, sealing Kaiser's fate to the physiotherapy room. When actual training was unavoidable, he would bribe younger players, promising future favors for a well-timed, clumsy tackle, ensuring his injury was always conveniently renewed. And then there was the mobile phone, a brick-like device clutched to his ear, where he would stage loud, animated conversations, inventing calls from phantom European clubs, discussing lucrative transfers. The calls were always cut short, of course, the deal always just out of reach, but the impression was made. Kaiser was in demand, a player of international repute. His charm was legendary. Bebeto, the Brazilian icon, described it chillingly. His chat was so good that if you let him open his mouth, that would be it. He'd charm you. You couldn't avoid it. This persuasive power, coupled with the laid-back Carioca culture of Rio, created the perfect environment for his roguish brilliance to flourish. The deceptions grew bolder. During his unveiling at French club Gazélec Ajaccio, with eager fans gathered for his first training session, Kaiser saw his moment. Instead of showcasing non-existent skills, he unleashed a flurry of kicks, sending every single football into the expectant crowd as souvenirs. There were no balls left, no training could take place, and his secret remained safe. But perhaps the most audacious act unfolded at Bangu, a club owned by the infamous Castor de Andrade. His team was losing, the clock ticking, and the owner, frustrated, ordered Kaiser onto the field. The moment of truth had arrived. Just before he was to enter the match, Kaiser, with an almost supernatural instinct for self-preservation, charged into the stands, starting a furious brawl with opposing fans. The referee, witnessing the chaos, brandished a red card. Kaiser was ejected before he could even step onto the pitch. Confronted by a furious Andrade, Kaiser didn't falter. He spun a tale of loyalty, claiming he was defending the owner's honor against insults hurled from the crowd. "God gave me a father who passed away," he declared, "but he gave me another, and I'll never allow anyone to say my father is a thief, and that is why I intervened." Andrade, moved by this calculated display of devotion, not only forgave him, but rewarded him with a pay rise and a 6-month contract extension. His excuses for avoiding play were boundless, ranging from the mundane to the morbid. He would claim his grandmother had died, at least 4 separate times, each time a new club, a new tragedy. On one occasion, a club, desperate to get their perpetually injured star onto the field, even brought in a witch doctor. Kaiser, ever the pragmatist, reportedly pulled the mystic aside, telling him, "Nothing's wrong with me. I intend to stay injured for the rest of my life. Take the money and leave." Remarkably, his teammates, often charmed by his personality, benefiting from his favors, and perhaps reveling in the shared secret, were complicit. They knew. They kept his secret. For beyond the football field, Kaiser was a vital presence. A fixer, a gigolo, a party planner, even a confidant. He once helped a teammate battle alcohol addiction, proving his value extended far beyond goals he never scored. Carlos Enrique Raposo, the man they called Kaiser, existed in the liminal space between reality and myth, a dark phantom haunting the beautiful game, sustained by wit, charm, and an almost pathological aversion to playing. The greatest footballer never to have played football, as Renato Gaucho famously observed. His extraordinary deception, a testament to an era and to the enduring power of a story well told, was finally chronicled in 2018, a cinematic echo of a ghost who once walked among giants, a legend woven from the threads of lies, a man who loved the lifestyle but hated the game and survived for years without ever truly playing it.